No one, absolutely no one is exempt from enduring seasons of trials, whether they be relational trials or struggles, meaning friendships or romantic struggles, or personal or career and business or ministry, whatever it is that you may be going through. Either it's already happened, you're in the middle of it, or it is coming. And that is why we are going to dive deep into this topic today. We are going to be discussing how to endure a season of struggle. I'm going to give you 3 simple steps that will help you embrace the storm while you're going through it. Hello, my lovelies. So happy to have you back. Sandy Salgado here. I hope that you all find yourselves well and in good health as always. So struggle, that is what we're talking about today. First off, why does everyone tend to shy away from struggle? Why is everyone so afraid of it? Simply put, resistance is our mind's natural instinct to protect us. It wants to, at all costs, protect us from going through or experiencing any kind of pain or struggle. Our mind was designed to keep us alive. And part of that is to keep us away from any kind of harm. Another reason why we shy away from struggle or we don't want to experience it perhaps is because we've experienced some kind of struggle in the past already, and nobody wants to revisit painful experiences or memories. And because of that, we do everything in our power to keep us from going back into that place of negativity, of pain, of struggle. And so, in other words, we play it safe. We kind of tiptoe our way into our grave, so to say. Lastly, we could be reluctant to endure or go through any kind of struggle because of fear of the unknown. But I want to challenge you just a little bit to try and change your perspective about these seasons of struggle, at least just a little bit. Why? What is the point of embracing struggle? You're probably asking. You're some kind of crazy person, Sandy, wanting us to embrace and enjoy the struggle. Not to that extreme, but just hear me out for a little bit. Why embrace the season of struggle? Number one, these seasons of struggle allow us to see where we are as far as our strengths go and as far as our weaknesses go. And how will we know where we are if these strengths and weaknesses aren't put to the test? Here's the thing. Life isn't always peachy and rainbows and sunshine. I mean, it's part of life. Yes, absolutely. It's what makes life worth living, worthwhile. But it's not life in its entirety. And we all know that if we're honest with each other, life is just an accumulation of good and bad clumped up together. Even Jesus told us when he was still here on earth, in this world you will have troubles, but take heart because I have overcome the world. So he's telling us since the beginning of time that it's not always going to be easy, and there has to be a reason for these seasons. So stay with me. Have you ever heard the saying that trials either make us or break us? I would dare to actually take that a little bit further and say that in order for these trials to make us, they first have to break us. Think about it. When our world crumbles down and is shattered into a million pieces, we have no choice but to rebuild. I mean, if we want to continue living, obviously, and make something of it, we have no choice but to rebuild stronger, wiser, and learning from every past mistake. Am I right? Or am I right? I actually want to give you this example. 1, because it's going to stick with you, and 2, because I like cake. So humor me for just a second. Think of a cake. Each ingredient on its own is not appealing, right? I mean, I don't see anyone walking around snacking on a stick of butter or raw eggs or flour by itself or oils, right? Separately, all of the ingredients are rough and not very appetizing. But if you put them all together and you combine them all with a little bit of heat and fire, it creates an absolutely exquisite dessert, right? And it's the same thing with our struggles. Believe it or not, everything works together. Struggles alone, they're painful. They're no fun and nobody wants to go through them. But if we combine all of our struggles with the wisdom that we've gained from them and the clarity that we've gained from them, and we combine that with the gifts and natural talents that we have, along with all of our strengths, it's kind of like what Romans 8:28 says. All things work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose. Pain and struggles by themselves, they hold no meaning. They're uncomfortable and they're painful. But if we combine them, we're able to see the entirety of the picture and what God is doing in our lives. Does that make sense? So I'm going to share with you 3 tips that are going to help you embrace these seasons of struggle and get through them and not shy away from them. Number 1 is understand and be confident that every season is temporary. Every season has an expiration date, especially these seasons of struggle. Number 2 is like I said, look at the bigger picture. What is God trying to do through this season? What is he trying to remove? What weakness is he trying to work on? While you're going through it, what has come to the surface? The Bible tells us in the first book of Peter, let me see here. It is first book of Peter, chapter 5, verse 10. And it tells us, "And after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace, who has called you to his eternal glory in Christ, will himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you." Oftentimes we fail to realize that these seasons are revealing parts of our character that need discipline or that need to completely and absolutely just be obliterated. Suffering isn't pointless. What we go through isn't pointless. There is always a reason behind every trial and every storm and every season. But we often shy away from enduring these seasons because we don't understand the why. That leads me to my 3rd and final point, and that is do not, I'll repeat it again, do not shy away from these seasons of struggle. I would actually encourage you to dive deeper, to get really, really deep into this season, the why of what you're going through. What can you take from this moment? What can you take from this season? What jewels and gems and little nuggets of wisdom can you recover, can you take out of the season? And by that, I don't mean you have to sit back, throw your head back and enjoy the moment and enjoy the pain and enjoy the struggles. I'm not trying to turn you into a masochist. Absolutely not. What I am saying, however, is you can either take this season with a grain of salt and push forward and figure out what it is that you need to learn and how it is that you can become better, or you can try to run away from it. You can try to delay the process. But one thing that you cannot do is prolong the inevitable. I want to close with this. Storms draw out of us something that calm seas, calm waters could never do. There is always, please hear me when I say this, there is always a lesson in every season. That is all that I have for you today. I hope that this message helps. I do hope to see you again soon. Until next time, God bless each and every one of you.